Okay. We joined this this room at the right time. Hold on, let me just do this real quick. Got some overlays so we don't see people's hands, in case people take casual rooms really seriously. Also, I think it makes it for more interesting commentary if you take hands out of it entirely. So Hamvar, the YOLOist grave in all the land, going up against Karalad, fairly new player, I believe. Participated in the Triple S, the Slippery Spag Sunday tournament, and went all the way to semifinals, losing against Raziek. But playing a very competent grave, and I can't remember what else he played. Yeah, grave and Zane actually. Okay, finds another queen, and this should be GG. Yeah, that's going to be lethal. Closing it out. See who else shows up. We'll take this from the top. Try to cast this agnostically about people's hands. Actually watching it in the second monitor where I don't have... I'm protecting my eyes from the knowledge of what cards are being selected as well. So Grave versus Onimaru. I think I would probably call this Onimaru favored. And the reason for that is Grave's a great character, really well-rounded. His aces are incredible. However, I feel like you need to do... Like, Grave still has to do building, right? He still needs to build a hand. So, I mean, there are alternative ways, as we can see, there are alternative ways of building that hand, right? You can block your way to aces, or you can just get aces. But the nice thing about Onimaru, if you're playing against the Grave who wants to build that building style, is you've got your tens, right? You can throw like effectively. But especially you've got 10s and 8s that can really pressure and really ruin Graves' day. It's particularly scary to try to throw Onimaru, so his dodges in the early game are very, very effective. And in the late game, you will, assuming you've taken your time to navigate your way carefully to the late game, you should have enough final authorities and face cards to be able to do what you need. And there we go. 45. I'm actually a little bit surprised we didn't see some kind of Joker or face down come out of Karalad there, considering the two aces coming out of Goldburst. Fairly likely that we're gonna see. Yep, you're gonna see True Power Storms come out. Hamvar, of course, the most YOLO of Graves, most aggro of men. Karalad probably does not know yet the reputation of this man, this throw-heavy beast, who will come into your house, wreck up your shit, just crush everything you hold dear. So yeah, a strategy, and hopefully Karalad can employ this strategy, a strategy of fairly fast attacks, hedging very nicely against, I think, Hamvar's standard game plan. I love you, Hamvar. Hearts. So we'll see what happens here. So, Oni does get a single attached ace, I believe. Ah, God. Oh, please. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about the matrix flashing in front of everybody's eyes. Okay, yeah, so single attached ace. He's now a 25 damage uppercut is pretty sweet, I think. He does have a life deficiency to make up for, which can be quite tricky for Onimaru. He really depends on Clockwork Soldiers to be able to make those comebacks happen. His throws are his Achilles heel. Very nice throw there. They deal very little. I mean, they deal okay damage, just as single cards. But they just don't leave. Their maximum damage is very, very severely capped and is very card intensive. So he could have pumped that throw. I can't spin that for the. There we go. He could have pumped that throw twice to deal. So for 3 cards, he could have dealt 16 damage, which is not ideal. And Hamfar, undeterred, going in for the kill. Sniffs out the Joker, or just wants the knockdown. Really no reason for him to go in on 4 cards in hand. Yeah, good advice. Yes, get up. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Okay. Hamvar fails to get married. Or at least he's going to lose a lot in the resulting divorce. 20 damage to the face. Marital law. Karelad sitting at 7 cards in hand. Fairly good hand composition there. See? You don't know about Hamvar though. That Hamvar Grave meta escapes escapes him. Good throw there. Good throw on low card. You know, throws typically have fairly low payoff, so they're unlikely. Therefore, dodging is a fairly safe and conservative play. Ooh, the general's armor gets diffused by Tatsu. Tatsu into Hadouken. Them old school combos, though. And Hamvar setting himself up to take this game in a beautiful fashion. So does Hamvar throw again is the question. He is not. He gets out of the way of that king. Fairly good indicator, I think, that Karelad probably does not have any other face cards, or, you know, not all that great face cards. Or he could have the dream. He could have all 4 kings and Final Authority, and a card of the right suit for all the damage. Okay, setting up for marriage again. I need to stop doing that somehow. Nice! Finds the 25. Sorryuken beats Hadouken. I love Onimaru so much. Such a great character. Really, really unique style. Very attack heavy. Like, very much loaded on attack side. You know, has attacks that beat blocks, which are just awesome. You get to hedge. It's just really interesting playing him, and it's really interesting playing against him, I think. That rook palette swap. Yeah, that's right. Throk saying the card of the right suit is pretty easy to get if you've got the 4 kings already. Yeah, fairly accurate. What if you have 4 kings, Final Authority, and then 2 jokers though? Then you're screwed. So difficult. Nice throw though. Wow. What was the reveal? Oh, reveal the 10 throw. He option selected you, man. That's awesome. Alright. Find some damage. Puts him at a very important 20 health. So Jack into Jack is lethal here. He has lethal off of throws, potentially. if he has a 10 throw or a 9 throw that he's willing to play. Okay, goes for the safer jack. Does get blocked. Okay, Hamvar shows him the 5. So dodging is very safe. Quote unquote safe. For... I love you, Hamvar. It's like, well, I'm gonna play this 5, okay? Wait. Screw that. That 5 is garbage. Ooh! The 5 reveal into 2 aces into Goldburst setup. Alright. So, 2 aces known to Karelad. Single ace known on Karelad's side, so he knows he has the single ace. Any hit is going to be lethal for Hamvar, so any hit into ace is going to get Hamvar the win. But 19 health, again, if he's found another jack, he's found an ace, he has the potential access to enough damage. If he can dodge into a 10, he's got this as well. Okay, plays single ace, just trying to cover a lot of options. Would have lost fairly hard to single ace. Okay, yeah, shows him the single ace, so he's got to deal with a 1.0 speed attack, or potentially 0.4 speed attack. The mix-up there being, of course, the throw. And since Onimaru can beat both of those options with Final Authority, a dodge mix-up is also on the table. So here we go. Moment of truth. Blocks the ace. Very nice. Hamvar does get the draw off of this, but Karelad also gets to put additional card in his hand, which is very, very handy. He might be able to power up for that other single ace in case he doesn't have it. Four hit points to 19. Definitely lethal versus maybe lethal for Karelad. Ooh! Does he have the Joker? Ah, he does not. Nicely played, Hamvar. How can valuation help you against the madman that is Hamvar? Cannot. You will be destroyed. Alright. Grave Mirrors. So, do we see Hadoukens versus Hadoukens? Nice thing about Yomi is that characters start so close to each other that the fireballs actually travel past each other's hurt boxes. So you both take the damage for them. Tatsu. In the game of life, Tatsu beats Jack, of course. Leading into... Big opening Tatsu. 26 damage straight off the top. Puts himself at 4 cards in hand. Okay. So, Karelad is going to be able to see Hamvar's hand. I will therefore show the chat what we've got here. So he's got 2, 4, 5, 6 king, no throws to speak of. Karelad is absolutely guaranteed to, at worst, go block if he chooses a block. Okay, goes for the safe move, blocks the second Tatsu, puts himself a little bit further in the card advantage lead. Hamvar sitting at 4 cards. 4 known cards and a mystery card. Very good position for Karelad here. He can probably safely get away with blocking a couple more turns in a row. Okay, chooses to go for a 4. Was looking to find either trade with the 4s from Hamvar's side or undercut 5-6. Fairly unlikely that we would see anything but the 4 come out, just because 4-5-6 gets the straight, finds aces. So, could be an indicator that he doesn't have any... I would probably make a bet that Karelad doesn't have any normals of rank 3 or 2 in this instance. So a bit of information probably leaking into both players. There you go. That point blank Hadouken! Okay, Hamvar powers up with the 4. Ace on deck. See how Karelad responds. He continues blocking here. The Jack from Hamvar was a really nice option select. Covered a lot of potential plays from Karelad, especially seeing that 4 attack come out the turn before. If Karelad had been willing to go block for further... Ooh! Walks right into that ace. Takes 12. 40 damage life lead for Hamvar. However, Karelad has the cards in hand to be able to more easily get into a situation where he can get True Power of Storms on deck. And at that point, you know, land True Power of Storms, you've equalized, maybe you've taken the lead. Nice! Pokes him with the 3. Grave Straights? Grave Straight hype. Come on. 3, 4, 5, 6 for 2 aces. Okay, no, single poke. Builds a hand with that. Yeah, so here we go. Getting True Power of Storms online. Able to power up with a triple, so that's very nice as well. More efficient means of getting aces. So at least 2 aces known for Karelad. Ooh, gets the 6th thrown. Potentially blocking to catch a queen, which would undercut True Power of Storms, as True Power of Storms is 0.4 speed, so fairly, you know, if Hamvar is going to make a call about the kind of player that Karelad is, might say, okay, Karelad's the kind of guy who's just going to play 3 aces raw, no dodge, no nothing. So, you know, I'll just play my queen and undercut that right off. If Hamvar has a joker in hand, it's also very safe for him to essentially play queen and then have the joker to deal with any kind of True Power of Storms dodge follow-up. Okay, good block from Karelad. Getting even more cards in hand. Gonna get the ability to use knowing the opponent. Oh, it chooses not to. I think Karelad might not be familiar with the knowing the opponent ability, or he feels that it would give too much information away. I think that's a mistake. I think that came up in the game against Raziek as well. Okay, third Martial Mastery, I think? Yeah, third Martial Mastery. With Hamvar on a 3-card hand. It's a very nice place to put this. Would be ideal to be standing when you're doing this, just so you have the potential threat of dodge into True Power of Storms. And once again, I will take the Stream Protectors off. So 2, 8, and Joker. So he basically has everything he needs. He's got dodge into throw, he's got throw, and he's got counter poke. potentially Gold Burst, so... Okay, Hamvar asking for a second. Momentary pause in the action. Okay, so we have pretty much known True Power of Storms on Galahad's side. Yeah, it goes for the even block, as that covers nicely against the 2 and the Joker. Only loses to the throw, but there's no lethal in Hamvar's hand, so he was happy to be thrown there. Would also have left Hamvar with fairly bad odds of having a throw on the next turn, which would set him up for a good... would set Caroline up for a very strong dodge play. Okay, Hamvar trying to fish out True Power of Storms. Caroline steadfastly blocking. Surprised we're not seeing more dodges out of Caroline. Okay, here we go. Caroline finds a throw with that 2. Now he knows Hamvar has a Joker. Okay. Lets him play it. Safe play there. Hamvar stuck on 2 cards. And both of the known cards have been played, so these are 2 unknown cards to Caroline. Or 3 unknown cards to Caroline, I should say. Hamvar has basically free license to block forever. Caroline has not shown himself willing to throw. And there you go. The other side effect of blocking steadfastly is that you potentially just defuse the power of True Power of Storms. My god, Hamvar. You monster. Shows him the Joker. Shows him the Joker on knowing the opponent. Immense pressure to block or dodge here on Caroline. It's like block or dodge or give me 2 aces. So I don't know. Maybe that is awesome. Maybe that is the best play ever. Okay, gets thrown. Was unwilling to believed in the real Joker. Oh, and no face down. Unfortunate. Probably did not have the Joker in that case, but definitely face down in that situation. You're right. Hamvar is the people's champ. Hamvar is the alpha and the omega. He is one with the ham. It's amazing. Okay, so Grave versus Gwen. Like all matchups, I think. Difficult match for Gwen. Now, on the other hand, Grave is... again, he is kind of a build character. Now, we have established that's not the way Hamvar plays him. So let's see if Caroline makes some adjustments here. Yeah, Caroline cycling through... Caroline discovering some interesting things about the characters in the Yomi cast. Alright, hugs. First turn hugs. Amadeus going in. Ain't no self-loathing like a waifu self-loather. Yeah, Raziak accurately summing up the Strengths and weaknesses of Gwen. Nice block. Good stuff. Karelad is going to find himself with 1 billion cards in hand. I think Gwen is one of those characters as well who can kind of... Gwen's only purpose is to make Persephone's hate life sadness. Yeah, that's basically accurate. It's like, there's no way you're controlling this. Ah, plays... Oh, okay, yeah, no, he played the right side. Finds the Chillbane, so no jokers for you, sir. And now this is where you just deal all of the damage. Yeah. So Jack. We going in, boys. Alright. That's not even absurd amounts of damage, right? That left combo pips on the table too. Yeah, that was only 4 pips. 26 damage off of 5 cards, and she's at 9 cards in hand. Wow! Yeah. Yes. Chillbane allows you, basically, if you hit with that particular attack... oh, this is probably... Yeah, it's actually hidden. Goddamn. Okay. For those of you who can't read it, I will read it for you. So when you're hit with Chains of Ice, you freeze the opponent. They basically skip all decisions they could make, which includes putting cards face down for characters like Rook, who are able to counterattack if they're beaten by a faster attack. You don't get to make that decision. You are frozen in time. And then the turn after, you're actually, I believe it's 3 speed slower? No, 2 speed slower. Your attacks and throws. Oh no! I believe Karelad may have adjusted. He may have adjusted to Hamvar's range. And now we've got a 10-card Gwen versus a 7-card Grave. Ironically, Hamvar, because he has not been able to land a combo yet, is at one of the highest cards in hand totals that we've seen him so far. Good dodge. Very, very nice. Karelad playing very, very safely here. Finds 22 damage. Beauty. In a commanding lead in this game right now. Maybe Karelad's found his character. Maybe another Gwen will join the ranks of the Yomi playing community. There are very few representatives of this noble character. Ooh! Finds a dodge. Only has 7 cards in hand, so the thing about Gwen is, I mean, taking the knockdown here, yeah, we've got Gwenfict. Taking the knockdown here is not a bad idea, because Gwen is one of the few characters in the game who actually goes card positive when she just throws into nothing. We're trying super hard to get Gwenfict. Yeah, Gwen, because she draws 2 cards a turn, can throw, which uses 1 card, and then actually increase her hand size on the next turn. So in that case, you know, she had 7 cards when she threw, so she would have gone to 8 cards. Ooh, 5 attack is a little bit greedy. Was trying to find, I think, a throw. I mean, against Hamvar, not a bad idea, right? This might be the anti-Hamvar tech. No Gwenfict here, yeah. Aww. Oop, aww. Okay. Hamvar finds some damage. The trick to playing against Gwen is typically just don't die. Try not to die, let her kill herself. But in a situation where you've already, you know, Gwen already has a life lead and you're at about 20 health, very difficult to do. Nice block. Diffuses the Jack. Oh, we might... Do we have the counter? We do not have the counter. That life gain, though. Clearly, Karelad's Gwen has been studying the Gloria tech. Okay, dodge, dodge. Safe conservative play from both players. Gwen is also a character who goes card positive on empty jumps, so on dodges that she doesn't follow up. And she has a fair amount of dodges too, so... Ooh! Oh, almost went for the third... Almost found the third... yeah, the third 10 block. But no, Hamvar's throws claim another victim. Hamvar rapidly clawing his way back into this game. Has been able to find the damage. Has shown Karelad that he is willing to throw. And now gets blown up by King. So this could be lethal. It'd have to be a very, very specific Gwen hand for this not to be lethal if he doesn't have the Joker. Okay, and excellent, excellent bluff. Gets away with living another day. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, so it's very important for people who are picking up this game. Yeah, that's fairly true, but especially more effectively than that. Hamvar has already played one Joker because he's Hamvar, and he's only gone through 19 cards in his deck. He's got 35 left, so at that point, it's fairly safe to be able to take the bet on the fact that he probably does not have the second Joker with which to burst your combo, so just follow it up. And especially with Gwen, your hand would have to be a very specific kind of butts not to be able to deal 19 damage. Nice, and now we can actually see Gwen's second innate come into play, because the very rarely seen Relentless Strikes actually lets her win combat, I should say, deal damage on combat by discarding a red and a black normal card, in which case she deals the damage of the black card as well as any chip that she deals with the initiating attack. So 7 damage off of a quote-unquote lost combat, which lets her, in the late game, if she has that life lead, play very, very conservatively to close things out. And when your character innate is you die a little bit each turn, as you contemplate things like, politics and such like, very handy ability to have. But Hamvar fighting back finds 21 damage, and all of a sudden, it's anyone's game. You gotta be scared. When you fight Hamvar, you've got to be scared. You can't not be scared. But unfortunately, we find those cues. Throws, we queen those. And finds the victory on 3 hit points left. Nicely done by Karelad. Good stuff. Waifu comes through. Good stuff. Alright, so we'll see somebody else jump in. Are we going to see... Oh, okay. So Karelad's been playing random. I was about to ask Amadeus to play to play the Gwen mirrors. So who's up? Who's next? Just gonna have a quick look, see what else we've got going on. Yeah, no. So it turns out that Negutin did not show up after all. How many people do we have? Okay, we got Raz, T-Pat, some peoples. I'm gonna try to force people to play. So we have something to talk about on stream. Oh! Okay, okay. I was about to say. Amadeus Rook? So hype. Okay, so we've got Gwen versus Geiger. So, like all Rushdown versus non-Rushdown characters, the goal for the Gwen player here is going to be murder the Geiger player before the Geiger player is able to get a hand with which to destroy the Gwen player. What Geiger has, basically, Geiger has some very, very specific tools to be able to hedge against some of the tools that Gwen has. Mostly big attacks, so any kind of combat win off of an attack or a throw is going to deal a lot of damage if you can combo. Yeah, you can combo into 6-7 here, or 5-6 even. You don't have to do a lot to close things out here, and eventually in the late game, yeah, Queen Jack. Time spirals, fine. Gwen's not going to be doing a ton of blocking. You're probably not going to be able to build a hand to get your one-touch kill, 70 damage Geiger combo against this character. Against this character specifically. So just finding the damage and closing things out. And if you can manage it, finding 2 aces so that you have a 0.0 speed attack that will tie very advantageously against Gwen's 0.0 speed Queen, which only deals 6 damage. And a 6 for 20 trade is not a trade that any Gwen player ever wants to take. Gwen does have some tools of her own to deal with potential time spiral combat reveals. Her 10 prevents block damage, and therefore does not allow time spirals to activate. She has 2s, which are 2.0 speed. They're very important. And Carolad actually getting the gold burst here. Against most Rushdown characters, having the Joker to blue burst with, to be able to negate a bunch of combo damage is really, really good. But in this instance, having that 0.0 speed, 20 damage button can be incredibly valuable. So, I mean, right now, assuming Carolad has like 1 or 2 other time spirals, if Amadeus throws into anything that lets Geiger win combat, he's going to be in for a hell of a time. Ooh! Oh god! Oh god! It's so hype it destroyed the the stream. Sorry about that. Wow, destroyed. So unfortunately, is not able to tack on a huge amount of damage. Dank combos, indeed. But yeah, the Jack callout was damn, that was nice. That was nice to see. Woof. He tried to slow down time, so I slowed him down. Yes, yes. Okay, so now that 0.0 speed reversal is 2.0 speed. Still difficult to deal with, but okay. Okay. The amount of ham in this game is too damn high. Actually, gold bursting against Geiger, not too bad of an idea, especially for a character like Gwen. You can't really depend on blue bursts against Geiger, especially late in the game. So why not get a dominant throw that deals 22 damage, which is nice to have, and a nice button at 1.2 speed, which is also really, really good. So now the threat of Dreadlands Tickle or dodge into Dreadlands Tickle is real. Carolad just has to be right in order to avoid damage. And he chooses correctly to force Amadeus to actually just put it on the table. The nice thing about blocking in that instance, too, is that he saw Amadeus not be able to combo into him. Oh, God, the damage, though. Okay, immediate face down. Again, the law of probability says you're safe to follow this up. But Carolad playing it very, very safe and is, in this case, rewarded for his efforts. Very limited things that Carolad could have comboed that 7 into anyway. He did have he does have 2 aces, I believe, off of a gold burst. Yeah. So he could have dealt 20 damage there, but it would have been gold bursted. So 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Made the right call. Ooh, ace transfer complete. Dodges the incredibly oppressive 0.0 speed button. Gonna be able to follow this up with something. Probably a normal throw, or we could see. Okay, good bluff, pushing Amadeus off of 22 damage. Notably, Gwen's ace is set up in such a way that if you are able to hit the attack side 3 times, so her ace does 8 damage, plus 8 on the attack side. So if you deal 3 attacks worth of ace damage, that's 24 versus her throw, which is only 22. Okay, could see, and probably will likely see Shadow Plague come into effect, yeah. So it does get 6 damage here. Does get rid of a block as well, which is nice. Does replace a draw, though. Like, Geiger does get a free draw off of that anyway. But it does keep his hand slightly lower than it ordinarily would be. Yeah. They get basically the normal block draw off. Ooh, nice throw. This is going to lead into big damage. Carolad. Oh, no face down at all, so go ham. Yeah, 28 damage off of 4 cards is not too bad. Look, it's better than 3 aces. Yeah, I'll grant you. And now you have the dream, right? You're able to... You've got potentially the more efficient method of getting that damage in. If you can find that other ace is worth of damage. Okay, dodge. Gwen at 32 health. Very unlikely to lose outright from a throw. I think the maximum that Geiger can do is 18 off of a throw. Ooh! Oh god, secret other aces. Very unfortunate time. This is fine. This is fine. I'm fine. We're fine. Now the nice thing for our bleeding wayfish friend Amadeus is that's all 4 aces gone at least. So there are no more 0.0 speed buttons awaiting him. Unfortunately, no ace or no jokers left. The secret 3rd joker tech. Carolad can combo into a king and kill here, or combo into throw and kill here. So I think he is maybe not checking the discard. Okay, yeah. There's the throw for lethal. Nicely played by Carolad. Unfortunate for Amadeus, gets checkmated in the last instance by his character's unique special ability to die a little bit each turn. Gotta make the confirm, man. Gotta take the second. Okay, switch to Jaina. I know negative things about this matchup. My assumption is that Jaina is amazing and crushes Gwen because attack spam that can be recurred. So she basically always has her options. Her aces are going to be dominant except for queens, so I think you basically, as Gwen, have to save all of your queens for the late game just to have something to hedge against both ace and throw. Gloria's Remedy also being fairly handy in late game to try to prevent checkmates. Nice counter throw by Amadeus. Does not have much here, so probably does not follow this up. Or probably shouldn't follow this up. Yeah, just goes for knockdown. Again, card positive on knockdowns. Or on single throws. Very, very handy thing for a rushdown character to be. Okay, it gets queened. Not great to take 13 damage, but better than the alternative of walking into a jack starter. Yeah, that's right. Mash that DP. Jaina does not have to conserve those queens. She's got aces in the late game for that. There is nothing that her single ace beats that yeah, there's nothing that her single ace beats that queen, or there's nothing that queen beats that single ace doesn't also beat, is what I'm trying to say. Very badly. And slowly. Yeah. Yeah, Raz, absolutely correct. Getting 13 damage in against, especially against Gwen. I don't know if you always pump. I could see some situations where you wouldn't, but in most cases, I think probably pump. Then you decide whether you want to pump, want to buy it back or not. Card you pump with. So it chooses not to Shadow Plague there. But indicate that he does not have either doesn't have it, or it's not worth getting that additional damage in. Either because there's no normals, or they're not the right color, or whatever. Or just doesn't have enough normals that, you know, the next turn... I don't know about that. I think that depends a little bit on hand composition, 5ek. Oh, God! Hashtag fridge. It's like I'm really fighting Jishichi. The callouts, though. Okay, finds big damage. Does go down to what will be 8 cards in hand. So this could be a good instance for Galahad to go on, or Karelad to go on the offensive. Because if you're wrong, hey, worst thing that happens is you take a little bit of damage. Particularly, this is probably a fairly safe place to throw. Yeah. The 10 block there, very nice, especially because of what I just said, right? Like that's your, you know, an 8-card Gwen is when you go in, especially after she spent, you know, a jack, 2 kings, or was it 2 kings? No, I think it was just a single king, but, you know, after they spent all those normals and stuff. Ooh, this could be big. This could be real big. It chooses not to follow it up, which is very unfortunate for him. Because Amadeus gets to basically keep being alive And that's not what you want your opponent as Gwen to be. Even though she has incredible velocity, you pretty much have to play into jokers. You can't let Gwen get away with bluffing. You need to find that damage somehow. Lad playing it safe, doing a lot of dodging. Dodging and occasional pokes. Ooh! Amadeus finds the 4 attack. Be able to combo into something nice. Very nice. Yeah, just finds the aces. 31 damage. And is going to go card positive because Gwen, because normal attack, because straight. Just a very unfortunate combination of things that just happened to Karalad's whole world. Now you gotta be really worried about everything. Now, on the other hand, Karalad has every incentive to dodge and counterpoke throws. And if he can find the right counterpoke and finds a throw, he can basically melt Gwen's entire face off. We'll see. Let's see if that happens now. Speak of the devil. Okay, 3-4. You can do a 3-4-5 and ace-ace if you have it. Yeah, and that's huge damage. Basically the same combo that Amadeus hit Karalad with. 30 damage. Card positive, because normal attack gets you the card, because a straight gets you a card. Unfortunately, does not have enough life to buy anything back. I say that. On the other hand, I think you might actually want to buy back one of those aces, especially if you don't have... Yeah, so it does get killed. But nicely played. Nicely played. Almost came back into that game with that last combo. And I think I'm going to take a break here, grab some dinner. Thanks everybody for watching, some casuals and stuff. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the stream, and we'll try to stream and record some more matches later on. So, thanks everybody for sticking with it. I'm Mystic Juicer signing off. Have a good night. Enjoy yourself some Yomi.